Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are celebrating and watching on the big day, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. This is the final day of our Adventures with Noel series where we've been opening up 5 different Advent boxes plus a countdown box day by day. Now, technically, there are only 2 boxes, Vogue and Liberty London, that have a day number 25, but I will be doing some extra reading because I do have those missing days where the card describing the Vogue cover was missing when I opened up the drawers for day number 3 and day number 23, so we'll go back and look at those. And I will also be reading the poem by J.R.R. Tolkien called Noel that was included at the bottom of our literary book club box. So let's get started though with, let's say we'll start with Vogue, because then we'll come back to day 3 and day 23, because this is our day number 25. It is so gorgeous, so festive. She looks like she's basically wearing a Christmas tree for a skirt. So let me get my glasses out so that I can read everything to you. Of course, we know that I have to use my glasses for this particular box because the writing is very, very small. But what they did was they not only included a card that shows you the same image that is also on the box itself. We have a little like editorial note about the item that was inside and a QR code to take you to more information about the actual item. But here is our description for day number 25. It's called Christmas Gifts by Helen Dryden. It's from December 1914. The triumph of festive tide, a bewitching finale, Vogue's spirit of Christmas present, wreathed in a halo of light and decorated in an instantly recognizable costume, including sensible galoshes, greets the world and her furry companion, compliments of the season. Oh, I think she has an itty bitty little kitty in her hand. Oh my gosh, or maybe it's a mouse. I honestly can't tell. It might be a mouse. Let's see if I can see it myself. I think it's a mouse. You guys, I cannot even tell. All right, let me know if you can tell, but that is so adorable. Okay, let's take a look at what we actually got. So again, this was our most expensive, not necessarily the most expensive item in here, but it was our most expensive calendar in terms of the cited value as well as the cost of the box, what I paid for it. So this is a lifestyle item, which I love a lifestyle box. I wish we had a few more lifestyle items from them. The last one was as well, we had that nice candle, which was a bit smoky for me, so not the prettiest packaging for these gorgeous earrings. So, you know, when you do look at the retail value and you can purchase the item on another site directly or through, you know, British Vogue, for example, I do think that it's a little bit untrue what the retail value cited is, because if you bought this from this company called Completed Works, they probably would not just come in a plastic baggie. They would probably come in a nice box, right? So we're not getting all of the packaging. It's not as important, but it should be noted in terms of the cited value. So they're saying this is the stratum. Okay, it's like a weird, like almost basket huggy type earring. Custom made 18 karat gold. So custom made, that means this, you know, it's almost like going to the outlet. So they made it for this box. So they probably cut a few corners in other ways besides the packaging. Gold vermeil, recycled brass and silver. The retail value of this is 140 pounds or $275. I think I actually found that on a US site. So this is what it looks like. They're very pretty. It would be very sad to me if you got this box and you don't have pierced ears. These are not necessarily my style of earring. They're a little bit demure. It says the stratum earrings are hand finished in 18 karat gold plated brass with sterling silver posts. Please handle with care and avoid bending the posts. Store each piece separately in a dark airtight box or sealed bag in a cool, dry place. In humid areas, add desiccant crystals. Keep away from water, chemicals, abrasives, and remove when exercising. Clean with plain microfiber cloth. Do not use polishing cloths. Okay, well if my earrings, my gold vermeil earrings, are $275, but I still have to keep them in dark, cool places, possibly with a desiccant packet so that they don't tarnish, because I'm pretty sure that's what they're telling us, is if you don't do that, they may discolor and tarnish. That doesn't seem like the quality jewelry that the price suggests. So that is a little bit disappointing. I know Alexandria Ryan kind of talked a little bit more about this and the definition of vermeil and the differences between what you see on the website and what you're getting in this box. They are very pretty. They aren't earrings that I would necessarily choose for myself. I think it's kind of fun that they're like sort of different on each side, I guess. But I don't know, like just to have all of those disclaimers on the back makes me feel like they're not very high quality. Like, you know, like a gold, like I don't store my gold jewelry separately and then in an airtight dark box where I will never reach for them because I forget that they are there with desiccant crystals. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to, but that real gold jewelry that I have doesn't tarnish. So that's a little disappointing. I love that we got a beautiful earring piece and sort of a high value piece for our last day. But for me, that was like, they're kind of like showing their cards by telling us all of that stuff on the back and with that sort of cheap packaging. So, you know, if Vogue did this calendar again and kept the price the same and added more lifestyle items like that very expensive scarf that we got earlier or the lovely socks, maybe not all accessories, maybe some other lifestyle items like the candle. I mean, we did get a lot of that. I would like more of that in the beauty, and then I think that they should be a little bit more authentic with the prices when they are, you know, linking us to those actual companies, or, you know, like tell us what the value of the item that we are actually being given, even though I might not be able to purchase it, even though it might be exclusive to the Advent calendar. That's a way to spin it, right? And say this is an exclusive item that was created specifically for the Advent calendar, but tell me what that one would normally retail for, not the one that would probably come in beautiful packaging that I don't have to keep in a cool, dark, dry place. I don't know. That's my thought. But let's talk about our beautiful day number 3. Let me put on my, this was one that everybody was like, I really want to know what the caption says for that. So I was happy that I found it. And here she is. It almost looks like she has blue Marge Simpson hair. Christmas Gifts Number by Robert McQuinn, December 1915. Let me see, what will I give you? Just what I always wanted. Christmas morning, too exciting a time. Vogue's lucky recipient expresses her delight as she strews gifts around her bed with clearly more to open. One of the very few covers signed by McQuinn, who was best known for his illustrations for children's books. Oh, well, that is delightful. Okay, and then we have one other one that we missed the other day. That was day number 23. Gorgeous image. Wow, she has quite the puffy dress on. So this is Interior Decoration Number by George Wolfe Planck, our favorite guy. August 1921. Ooh. Vogue's author finds it difficult, as so many do, to begin the story of her life. Maybe the French phrase book at her elbow may help. Planck's humor extends to the pattern of her overskirts, perfectly replicating a publisher's marbled end papers. Ah, so all this is supposed to look like end papers because she's getting started with her writing project. That's fun. And again, I really do feel like those covers and the cards and the descriptions was my favorite part of the Vogue calendar. So I would love if they commemorated that in a more memorable and more lasting way, I guess. All right, you guys, I have to move over some things for us to look at day number 25 from Liberty London, which was in this big box right at the center of the lovely calendar, which does have that beautiful department store design with the gabled roof. Let's see. We got 2 items as I suspected. Looks like we got 1 full-size item and 1 travel-size item. Interestingly, the travel-size item is a candle. You know, hotels don't really like you to travel with candles. I think we got a travel candle from Liberty London that was Liberty London brand last year on day number 25 as well, but it might have been a different scent. This one is called Wildflower, 70 grams, so it's wild rose, oh dear, jasmine petals, and cedar wood. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of rose, but maybe the cedar wood and the jasmine, which are two scents that I do like, will temper that. It just tells us how to use it, so we know how to do that. It says, no minute gone comes ever back again. Take heed and seek ye nothing, and do in vain. All right, well, the label of my candle is coming off, if you can see, which might be a good thing if you want to reuse the vessel, but let me see if I can find a little bit more of a description for us on our digital calendar, which is kind of sad to me, even though I haven't found all of the items in all of the calendars that great this year. It's kind of sad to me that it's almost over. So let's see, you can get a full size. It says, let's see, this is combining directional design, artistry, and innovation. The Liberty range encompasses beautifully intricate collections crafted with exquisite materials and specialist techniques. So this is like their in-house brand, so it's not really telling me anything about the scent. Let's see. Oh, it smells like jasmine, honestly, you guys. Let me see when I shop the full size. So the full size is 300 grams, and it says that it is, how much is it? 300 grams, 65 to 70 burn time, so hours of burn time. So this is going to be like, 20 hours of burn time probably. Let's see, what does it say? Dreamy and dappled. Wildflowers captures the light of a cherished memory in full bloom. Its delicate floral garden notes of wild rose and jasmine petals perfectly balanced by fresh and earthy elements of cedar wood. Wildflowers is a design created by Liberty Fabrics Design Studio from the intricate paper cut artwork by Sue Blackwell. So that's original artwork in the background on the label, so that is actually kind of nice. And we hear a little bit more about that. Brimming with charm and nostalgia, this fresh and wistful modern scent evokes the warmth of an idyllic summer's day. It smells nice and floral. I was just trying to say, it doesn't tell me how much it is because it's out of stock, but you could still tell me how much it is. Oh goodness. It actually smells so much better than I thought it would. It honestly kind of reminds me of like tuberose more than it does like of rose. So I'm happy with that one. And it's not the only thing we got. We also got a full-size item from Skin Rocks. I wonder how they decide what goes in the last one. Just whatever 2 boxes will fit. This is, you could get the moisturizer or the moisturizer fragrance free. It's a really pretty little pot. It says that it is 50 milliliters for full size. Let me just go back and see if I can get back to our calendar. Let's see. Back to day number 25. Item number 1. Come on now. Item number 1 says, as the last step of your morning or evening regime when using in the AM, follow with sun protection. It doesn't tell me very much. Let's see. So I think I got the one that's not fragrance free, which is okay with me. I'm not usually super sensitive to fragrance, so it might be fine. It says it's a whipped cream moisturizer suitable for all skin types that will leave skin hydrated, soothed, nourished, and illuminated. Formulated with pro-vitamin D3, ceramides, jojoba oil, beetroot extract, hyaluronic acid, and squalene. Okay. So that all sounds nice. Envelop the skin in the luxuriously smooth whipped texture of the moisturizer from Skin Rocks, a hydration boosting formula that soothes, nourishes, and brightens. Crafted to flood skin with moisture and promote long-term skin health and radiance, this treatment has been infused with a delicate, refreshing scent to bring a sensorial experience to your daily regime. All right, so that seems nice. And it says that it's normally 58 pounds. Okay, so we're ending with like a kind of reasonable priced item, honestly, which I kind of like, and a full size along with I feel like the candle's just a bonus. So it's like about $72, $73. So that seems reasonable to me. Let's see. Oh, there's not a lot in there. Look, a lot of it got stuck to that little lid, but look, there's not like a ton in there, honestly. It's not as full as I thought it would be, which is a little bit disappointing, even though it says it's 50 milliliters. It feels heavier than that, so I got excited, but that was a strong finish, in my opinion. So finally, like I said, I wanted to read the Noel poem from J.R.R. Tolkien, which was in our Liberty London box. So it came in this nice protective sleeve, which I'm going to keep it in. not like the most exciting, but I think she just enlarged some of the images from the book that was included in that special box. This one with all the beautiful illustrations instead of like her own artwork, but let me read it to you and I will try not to mess things up. So it's again, it's called Noel. Grim was the world and gray last night. The moon and stars were fled. The hall was dark without song or light. The fires were fallen dead. The wind in the trees was like to the sea, and over the mountain's teeth it whistled bitter cold and free as a sword leapt from its sheath. The Lord of Snows upreared his head, his mantle long and pale upon the bitter blast was spread, and hung o'er hill and dale. The world was blind, the boughs were bent, all ways and paths were wild. Then the veil of cloud apart was rent, and here was born a child. The ancient dome of heaven sheer was pricked with distant light. A star came shining white and clear alone above the night. In the dale of dark, in that hour of birth, one voice on a sudden sang, and all the bells in heaven and earth together at midnight rang. Mary sang in this world below. They heard her song arise o'er mist and over mountain snow to the walls of paradise. And the tongue of many bells was stirred in heaven's towers to ring, when the voice of mortal maid was heard, that was mother of heaven's king. Glad is the world and fair this night, with stars about its head, and the hall is filled with laughter and light, and fires are burning red. The bells of paradise now ring with bells of Christendom, and Gloria, Gloria we will sing, that God on earth is come. So really like creates a scene, even though that we know that Christmas was not necessarily in the snowy months, but you know, sets the scene of the snowy night before, and Mary, and I kind of wondered reading it, I'm like, was her singing just her like crying out loud in the throes of childbirth? But lovely poem about the Christmas that started it all, the Noel, if you will, the first one. So this, you know, I have no idea what number I am in terms of the actual number of Noels in the world, but from me to you, thank you so much for being a part of our Adventures with Noel series this year. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope that you have gotten some ideas for different brands or products that you might like to try in the future, maybe for different kinds of Advent boxes that exist or that you would like to see on the channel in the future. As always, leave those comments for me. And like I said, there is a little giveaway that I'll be doing. You have an opportunity to answer 20 questions, and one of them is like a freebie on the multiple choice quiz that is linked for you in the description box below. Take your time. You have until like into the new year, and then I will use a random number picker. Actually, I will use a random number picker to select a few winners to receive little bundles of some things, but the folks that get a very high score, and we'll just have to see what a high score entails. Usually it's like the people who got only missed 1 or 2 questions. They usually get an extra entry. So that's just to inspire you to not just guess completely, but don't stress out about it. I know some people were a little stressed out when they couldn't figure out a couple of the questions, but I think they're a little bit more manageable this year. So you guys let me know in the comments below, and I will see you soon in my next unboxing. There will be another unboxing later this afternoon at the regular time of 2 p.m. Pacific. And 5 p.m. Eastern. It is another kind of an Advent box. You guys know I'm a stickler. I like it to have 24 or 25 days, but it is another countdown box, and I'll be trying to open it all in one fell swoop. So there might be some taste tests. So that's my little hint to you. I'll see you soon, and then I will hopefully see you in the days between Christmas and the New Year's, because I will still have my regular unboxings there as well. All right, see you soon.